Yeah. Hello, Hash. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, you have the floor. We're glad to have you. Hash, can you hear me? You could just put on your screen and then present. You have the
Yes, I
floor.
can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, I'm muting myself. You have the floor.
Thank you. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Filecoin Orbit Community Program. And today I want to discuss about blockchain security. So, to give a brief introduction, blockchain security, like I'm into crypto space since last 8 years, and blockchain has a lot of technological advancement since then. And I would like to say that the future of blockchain security is, as of now, many people, they think that, blockchain is a big bubble. But as of me, I think that we can improve a lot on the security part because, the reason people say it's a bubble is because there are a lot of cryptocurrency tokens that are coming in the market and then just, going away by so-called Yahoo boys, right? So there are a lot of technological advancement in this space where, especially you can say blockchain, where the tokens that are made, they are made on cryptography, so all your tokens that you have, they are secured by a private key, right? And hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying that the cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology, it's made on cryptography, right? So they are made on private and public keys, ensures secure access to the blockchain as long as you safeguard your private keys and your assets are safe, and then decentralization, right? So on decentralization, like unlike traditional systems where central authority holds control, blockchain is decentralized. This means there's no single point of failure, making it extremely resistant to hacking or tampering. So, and also the records that are there on blockchain, they are, not changeable. So like once data is added to a blockchain, it's there forever until, the nodes are shut down. So this is immutable. This is also a double-edged sword. It ensures the integrity of transaction, but also means that errors or frauds cannot be easily rectified because you see, once it's stored on the record, you cannot either change it or do anything. It's not like you can just reverse or delete the entry on the blockchain. So whenever deploying a smart contract, we have to be very sure of what what predefined rules we are setting up. So it has to go in a proper flow. And if there are flaws in the smart contract, then it's gonna be a lot more stressful to launch the smart contracts and very difficult to manage that later on. And if you launch that type of smart contract, then you would be losing the hope with your community who are supporting your project. And also talking about decentralization, where you are, I see a future where even the internet would be decentralized. Like right now, we are relying on all the internet service providers, right? So in future, I think there would be a technology where all the people would be using IoT devices, and then we all would be having our own, chain of networks around the globe, where like people would be just easily be able to connect. People right now when you're mining crypto, what you're doing is you are giving your computing power to mine any crypto, like for example Ethereum or Bitcoin. So that way people would be then running decentralized servers from their home, and all of them would be connected to IoT devices. And then you would be just able to access the internet through IoT and not through those internet service providers that provide you the connection with. And that would make your data more secure, because right now what happens is when you are uploading any data on the internet, like your photos or you're writing a blog, it's stored on a server, and the server is owned by a private company, right? So tomorrow, let's say the private company decides to shut down, so everything is gone. But if you are storing it on a decentralized platform, then your data is secure. It's not going anywhere. Plus, it's not like on the decentralized, like what if the person shuts down the node? So you would have like multiple nodes, different people would be storing your data, right? So that way your data would be more secure. And also, encryption is also there. So even the person who has the data on their server, they would not be able to see it, because your cryptography, your private keys are protecting that data, and you would not be able to easily see it, right? So that's all for me. Hope you liked what I said. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much. PCG, I just have a question. Pull down, just share. So, Ash, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. So, so in the audience right now, I don't know if you could say, or let me say.
There's some noise
Background.
coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Why? Okay, so from the audience now, we have a mixed audience. We have newbies already into the ecosystems, and we actually some of them are interested in the bootcamp that is coming up from November, and then we have some developers as well. So from the security phase, from the security perspective now, what advice will you share with the beginners like this, so that they, just from your experience, from your wealth of experiences, what advice will you share with them? Because earlier before the session, I kind of like tell them that whatever niche you're creating for yourself, security minded is something that you need to invest in. You could be a writer, you could be a developer, you could be a community manager, but at least you should have a sense of understanding about security. So we want to like mentor developers who are security minded. You can imagine building a solutions and shipping it out there, and then only for just some minor somebody to just take advantage of your resources, your time and resources, and hack your application. So from the beginner's perspective, what's how do you advise them? What do you want to tell them right now?
So security wise, it's a very broad thing. Like if you're talking about security only in blockchain segment, right? So the only thing you have to keep in mind is when you deploy the contract or when you're making one, the only thing you have to keep in mind is you have to have your private key safe, like if someone has access to those things, then they can easily tamper with your private keys, with your, like if someone has your private key, sorry, they can tamper with your smart contract, they can change the code in that, right? And we don't want that. So that's the major one, like when you're building it. And even when you are developing one, you should, try to find loopholes in your own system. Like you created it, Like you think, it's fully fledged and good to go, but now think as if you are a hacker now, how would you exploit the system? How would you go around to get any data that you want in your particular system? Think about it, or you can also hire, there are organizations that help you identify loopholes, find loopholes into your system, whatever you have developed, right? And then they will suggest, so you can use that as well. But if you don't have that type of budget, hiring people for doing this security work, just do it yourself. Find out, like, how would you be able to find any loopholes in the system? Like, if you are the user and you want to exploit your own system, how would you do that? That's how you go about it. Franklin, are you there?
So, it's kind of, I don't know if, can you check if there is a question on the group or something? Do you have any questions? Yeah. Ask question. Okay, some of them are requesting that in the maybe subsequently, maybe next week or week, we'll have another session with you on the Telegram. So they want to kind of like have a better understanding because now it's sounding phrase today. So no problem, I think. We'll try and speed up another session online again. Or what do you think?
Yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So guys, so right now we'll be taking the next session. So thanks, man, for your time. And
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. So from all the way from Navy here, I never stay.
Namaste.